Well, is there any women here who don't want to deal with men, period, or is it just black men, or is it a mixture?
It's just black men, and we actually want non-black men's help in this corrections that you speak of.
So what are the corrections that you're looking for specifically?
Force, force, because that's the only thing that's gonna work.
But I mean, what are you looking for black men to arrive at? A place of understanding of like what do you want to see
Well, me
We
change?
believe that there
personally,
is no help for hope for them. That we don't believe in changing their minds. We don't. But I'm trying not to say what I really want to say because you're on stage. But if they could not exist, hey, we wouldn't be mad at.
I think for me, I think I want the coddling culture to kind of stop. I think they get validated a little bit too much and they're not held accountable as much as white men, Hispanic men, Asian men. Like the legal system works in their benefit a little bit more than they think it does. They're seen as the ultimate, like most oppressed, and I think that that coddling culture needs to stop, and they need to be held accountable for their actions.
Because we
Yeah.
live in white male patriarchy, white men set what's socially acceptable. So, with you all setting what's socially acceptable, the degenerate behavior of black male culture needs to be checked, and there needs to be more because we're no longer looking for accountability from them because they've proven that they will not take accountability. We need the men who set the culture to make them take accountability by exacting some sort of consequence for perpetrating behaviors that are not socially acceptable because you all create the socially acceptable behavior.
Y'all really set up in a room talking about black men need to be put in their place, and you're looking to the Ku Klux Klan to do it. If you hate black men that much, just say that. Stop disguising it as accountability. These black women here do not represent all black women. It's a small group of bitter, lonely, self-hating black women who hate themselves, hate where they come from, hate what they look like. Like y'all do know that if black men don't exist, neither will black women. They're so dumb and bitter that they can't even realize that the claims that they're making don't even make sense. You can tell this just comes from a place of bitterness and ignorance because one of them had the audacity to say that the legal system benefits black men more. The Ku Klux Klan has always been tied to violence against black men and black women. So y'all going out to solicit them to help y'all get rid of black men is, I promise you, it's not gonna work out the way you think it is.
Well, it's
Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashemi, Hawashai, Bahashem, Rahakodash. Double honors, apostles, elders, great millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. This is a brother, Yair Banyanyam, out of Great Millstone Camp of Augusta, Georgia. Just come with a quick lesson. I pray it'll be edifying to the flock. Let me do this right quick. I've got to turn that on. So if any texts or anything comes through. You heard the video. You heard the foolishness that these so-called black women, these Israelite women, part of the 12 tribes of Israel, maybe Judah, Benjamin, Levi, or they could be, maybe from the northern kingdom, Gad or Reuben, but more likely they're probably Judite women of America. Man, you heard the foolishness they were saying. Black men don't take accountability. They need to hold black men accountable. Black men need to be held accountable. This and third. First of all, so-called black women, they don't take accountability. A good number of them don't take accountability. A vast majority of them don't take accountability. But you saying that, and I'm not saying so-called black men, Israelite men don't take accountability. A lot of them don't. But damn, there's more so-called black women that don't take accountability. And what that Eve said at the end of the whole panel, whatever that was, she said it. You some bitter hating women who don't love yourself, hate the way you look, hate black men, this and the third. You know, you cater to the white man, and man, listen, this is how destroyed our people are. You know, I'm not gonna make this quick because I'm on my break. I only got a few more minutes, but you know, just try to hit a point or two. But it's sad. And the thing is, the curses are on us as Israelites. So that's the main reason why we're at odds with each other. Let me find the scripture right quick. It's let me see. Let me find. Okay. Yes, this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse. Let me see. I'll start verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, toward his wife, toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. Verse 55. So that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat, because he hath nothing left in his siege, and in the straitness wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee in all thy gates. Talking about we were, we were being taken over in captivity and whatnot, not having food and things of that nature. We'll be pretty much asked out. Verse 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground, for the delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter, and toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, talking about baby, and toward her children which she shall bear, talking about babies. For she shall eat them for one of all things secretly in the siege and straitness, wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee in thy gates. And, talking about cannibalism and things of that nature, which we always say it, cannibalism, it will be coming back. When Jacob's trouble is fully kicking off and all hell's breaking loose out here, civil unrest, there's no food in the stores, you can't get anything unless you have that MOTB, things of that nature. Some people will be eating their children. So the scriptures tell you that this happens when they put that bind on you, and you can't do much of anything. It's going to come down to that. But back, so it told you the man and the woman, Israelite man, Israelite woman will be tender. They will not have love for one another, for themselves, for their love, their wife, their husband, father, mother, children, brothers, sisters. And that's what you saw in that video. Those Eves were saying all that stuff on that panel, degrading so-called black men, Israelite men, so-called black Hispanics, Native Americans, degrading them and putting them in a bad light, and what's the word I'm looking for? Boosting up white supremacy. And we always tell you, it's always Eves that are the main sidekick to these Edomites. It's always Eves, especially to Edomite men. Always Eves. Let me get this one scripture. Let me see. What is it? I'll start verse 1. Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 26, verse 1. Blessed is the man that hath a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be doubled. A virtuous woman rejoiceth her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace. A good wife is a good portion, which shall be given to the portion of them that fear the Lord. So it's saying blessed is a virtuous woman, a woman of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua, who understands the scriptures, who's trying to, keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of her ability, who's showing true love to her husband. Those are the best women, and they're few and far between. Those women that you heard on that panel, let me find it. Where let me see. Ecclesiastes of Sirach 26:7. An evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. He that hath hold of her is as though he held a scorpion. You see, those women are evil wives, if they're even married, which no doubt they don't have men. Speaking the way they speak, no man's gonna stick around with a woman that has attitudes like that and whatnot. So I doubt they're married. But let's say a few are, or one or two are. They are evil wives to their husbands. Evil. This is why a lot of women are going to die, get deleted during Jacob's trouble, all the way up to when Yahushua comes back and the nuclear missiles come to blow this place, the kingdom come. Because you pretty much sold yourself to Esau. You became Esau's, bedwench. That's all it is. And that's not going to be tolerated in the kingdom of heaven. You're not going to make the kingdom of heaven because you're not going to listen to the scriptures. You're not going to listen to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. You're not going to listen to the men that the prophets, the apostles, the elder bishops, the elders, and the least brothers that speak his true words. You're not going to listen to them. So you're going to you're not going to make it. And that's all there is to it. That's all I had. My lunch is over. I got to get back inside. I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors, apostles, elders, great millstone.